Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday to you all. Happy Tuesday. We are now live here on the Around the Point Network YouTube channel. We're also live over on Twitch. But if you are new to the YouTube channel, that's where most of the action takes place here on the Around the Point Network. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. And yes, I know there'll be one person commenting, you know, you got to update this, right? Yeah, I'm fully aware. I know. God damn it. I know. We're going to update it. Give us time. We're going to replace Liv Morgan with Tiffany Stratton. So now you guys know. But what's going on, everyone? As always, I am Steve, and this right here is Walter. Walter, how you been, buddy? How you doing? Thank you for joining me here on the Raw Rundown.
Yeah, I don't show up to these a lot, but we had a big show last night on Netflix. We
Major
gotta
show.
talk about lots to talk about, the good, the bad,
A lot to discuss
the
here.
controversial one,
Controversy.
topics. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Double controversy. Come on.
What do
Look,
you mean?
controversial.
What are you insinuating? Controversy, Walter? Like, what are you
Also,
talking?
that's what some people say. I mean, in my eyes, it was just a normal show.
What
Obviously,
am I?
with some high-end production.
I saw two proud American patriots. Okay, in my eyes. Okay, that's what I saw. I'm kidding.
Well, they may be proud patriots, but they got people
Our
talking. At
American.
least only one of them. The other one was fine.
Yeah, I know. But outside of that, what's going on, Brandon Brown? Thank you for becoming a new channel member. We appreciate you once again for rejoining. And if you guys want to become a channel member, it's only $2.99 a month. Only $2.99 a month. Brandon Brown, if you have 2K24, let us know so Walter can download you and put you on the roster on ATP Gaming. But outside of that, bro, look, man, you are right. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to talk about coming out of Monday Night Raw from last night. Uh, whose idea was it to let Hogan go out in California after his MAGA side quest? I have no idea. That did not, como se dice? It did not sit well with a lot of people. Let's put it that way. It did not, how do I say this? Did not sit well. It was no
Yeah,
bueno.
especially in Cali. But he didn't wear it to Raw, luckily. He still got booed though.
I mean, he wore on the plane though. Like homeboy wore it
Yeah,
on the aircraft
he
on
wore
his
it on the
way.
plane, but
You know what I'm saying?
he wore his beer branded shirt
Yeah, it's his
on Raw.
cerveza, his
Yeah.
beer brand. We'll get into all this stuff. Okay, we'll get into all this stuff, guys. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video stream a big old thumbs up. Share it throughout your entire social media platform with all your friends out there. Spread the word. Okay. But what was I gonna tell you, man? Yeah, Raw last night, man. The big Netflix episode, right? The big Netflix episode of Monday Night Raw. And by the way, we had a fun time over on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. We did the Rated Raw Superstar, the Raw Watch Along. We brought that back. It was cool. It was fun, like good old times, bro.
For one night
What happened?
only.
For what? Well, to my understanding, we're bringing it back at the end of the month when they're in Atlanta because that's when Goldberg is showing up and all that stuff. To my understanding,
I'm
so
I'm joking, but I know it's gonna be busy few Mondays from now. So
oh well, look, I'm aware, dude. I know there's NBA, not NFL wild card playoff.
NBA.
I'm sure there's also NBA. I'm sure there's also NBA. There's also NHL. There's also you
Yeah.
know, but more importantly, the mother of all important is the NFL, the wild cards positions playoffs. Right? That's what they're calling it, right?
Yeah, the wild card. Well, that's
Yeah,
this week.
this week. Yeah. So Raw last night was live from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California, and I must say, dude, I've seen pictures of this. I've seen Clippers games, right? How the arena looks. It felt like the way they set it up. It's like you're at a European basketball game, especially with the sides of where the hoops are and stuff, right? So you just knew, like, yo, the way it's gonna come out for a wrestling show is gonna be lit. Like the way the lighting were, like it's a beautiful state of the art arena.
Yeah. It came out great. It was unique, like something I didn't really see before. Like obviously, like you said, soccer stadiums, you see stuff like that, but to see it in an arena in the United States, it
It's
was like, wow,
basically, dude.
different.
It's basically what's it called? It's oh my goodness, I'm having a brain. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now, but where the Rams and the Chargers play. SoFi Stadium. It's basically SoFi as an arena, pretty
Mm,
much. I think the same people who made that who created that building, are the same developer designers of the Bernabeu in Spain, and I think also the one
wow,
in Barcelona for Spotify Stadium for Barcelona.
Spotify Stadium.
That's what they're called now, Spotify Stadium.
I know. But
No,
yeah, it's a very nice arena. Like they definitely should go back. Not all the time. Try to make it unique.
once a year, honestly, go back
Yeah.
once a year. And
Like don't
look,
go back till the end of this year. How about that?
no, I agree. Look, I think people again had this high expectation, right, for the show. Like people thought, man, this show is gonna be crazy. We're gonna have all these fans. We're gonna have all this stuff going down, right? And they did. Look, they had all these celebrities show up. Like, bro, Macaulay Culkin had the biggest pop of the
Big
night.
pop.
Big pop, dude.
Big pop.
Big pop.
I was shocked. Like that many people love him.
Bro, they had Vanessa Hudgens. I think her baby father, I think he plays baseball. I think it is. Is he like a baseball player or something?
Yes. He's a baseball player that was not recognized.
He must play for a shitty team, huh?
I don't know. I really don't know.
They brought out fucking the cast of Boy Meets World. They brought out Topanga, Eric Matthews.
Manga.
Yeah,
They
man.
didn't mention him either.
Danielle Fischel. They mentioned her. They mentioned
No,
her.
they didn't mention. They didn't mention. Who you just said?
Who?
Eric.
Topanga? Eric. Oh yeah, Will Friedle. Yeah, they didn't mention him.
Of course not. Of course, they're gonna mention Topanga. Everyone knows
Fuck, bro.
Topanga.
Back in the day, she was a dime piece, bro. Back in the
Back
day.
in the day, what about now?
No, but if you see 90s, like yo, she was the girl of the 90s. It's been in the eyes of a lot of people, right?
Of course.
But
What the
respectfully,
now?
And now, oh, bro, she still got it. She still got it going on. What? But let me read them comments here. Chief writes here. I don't know if Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty burned me out, or I just hyped Netflix Raw in my mind. To be honest, it felt underwhelming. Main event was great though. Yeah, you know what, bro? I think a lot of people going into the Netflix show had so much high expectation. They were expecting, to be wowed. They were expected to be, blown away. Because you think about it, right? The fact that you hear that, Raw's going to Netflix, which everyone has Netflix. Everyone has it. Even if you're not watching Monday Night Raw, you're using Netflix to watch Squid Game, Stranger Things, Cobra Kai, Paradise PD, F is for Family. I love those sitcoms, by the way. Love those. You should give those a watch whenever you get a chance. Okay. And so on and so whatever you watch on Netflix, right? Everyone has it, right? So you already know, like, oh my God, this is huge. They're no longer on USA Network, right? They can get away with certain things, so you think, right? And you hear all these matches that they announced, right? The Tribal Combat, Rollins and Punk, Liv and Rhea, which was supposed to be originally a last woman standing match, but ended up being a one-on-one match, right? And they were hyping this up for months. Right? And then you get to the show and you get what you get. Look, presentation-wise, chef's kiss. Production-wise, chef's kiss. But WWE last night, let's just tell it like it is, they were not catering to us. They were not. Their objective was to leave a good impression to the people who were tuning in for the very first time on Netflix. Those who know about WWE here and there, but they don't watch it every single week. That's who the people that they were trying to attract. So when they brought in all these celebrities, yeah, it was cool to see, right? They brought out the nostalgia acts. You know what I mean? But that's what you got to do. Like, I don't know why people are in shock. People are like, surprised by this.
Yeah.
And to that, I say,
congratulations.
You've been worked.
Just like you said, I mean, it felt like, I'm not saying Netflix had a huge influence, but I guess Triple H or the creative team in their mind, they're like people running the show. They're like they have to think of it from a mindset of the new viewers, and you have to bring some old faces back so that they're kind of aware. Oh shoot, there's Undertaker. Oh shoot, there's Hulk Hogan.
Who?
Oh shoot, there's we got Roman. They keep hyping up. Oh, CM Punk's back because they probably don't think he's back in wrestling. And that might have been their first match seeing CM Punk tonight or last night, I should say. So they, from that perspective,
Say no,
the
brother. You know it's all
Netflix.
love, brother. You know it's all love, Chief. You know it's all love.
Yeah, I mean, from that perspective, I see how it was supposed to be not really catered to us that watch every week or at least tune in, like are in tune of what's going on, but
Yeah.
more for the people that barely watch and that are trying to get to watch again. So they had to go and bring some star power. Star power wise, definitely, I think it met the expectation, but in terms of execution, I could see why some of us were underwhelmed.
Yeah, I see that too. And look, you gotta understand this. You also gotta understand this. Also, you're not getting what you saw last night. You're not getting that next week.
Oh, next week they showed a card next week. A whole new.
You're,
It's like a
no, no,
whole new
no,
scene. It's
no,
like a
no, no,
whole
no,
new
no, no.
brand.
You're not getting the hype machine that you got from this past month, from last night's hype machine.
Oh
You're not
no.
getting it next week. So you're not gonna get all these celebrities. You're not gonna see Vanessa Hudgens in the building. You're not gonna see Danielle Fishel, right? Topanga. I'm sorry, fucking Topanga. You're not gonna see Macaulay Culkin. You're not seeing Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias. You're not gonna see um Travis Scott smoking a blunt, walking out with Jey Uso to the fucking ring.
Very risky.
Very fucking risky, bro. Very fucking risky if you
That risky.
For Jey Uso, yeah.
he was afraid they were afraid they were gonna give him a blunt. Like, let me get a hit, bro. Let me get a hit of this shit real quick before I get to the ring. But nevertheless, look, I enjoyed the show for the most part because I kind of knew what and a part of me, like, look, I had the high expectation like everyone else, right? Because I heard 3 hours and a half, right? I'm hearing feels like a PLE. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I gotta remember what company we're talking about here. We gotta remember that, yo, this is WWE. We're talking about, and you may think that we're coming off as shills, but no, we're talking about the Coca-Cola of pro wrestling. We're talking about the top promotion in the world. And you know for a fact that the fact that they're on Netflix, they're going to leave this big first impression. Even if it pisses off the weekly viewer.
Yeah, because it got people talking. People talk, especially the
Oh.
Hogan one. A lot of
Oh,
people
bro.
didn't. I think some people were kind of the new people, the new
Bro,
viewers,
look
kind
it.
of like a little
Dude,
shocked that they were booing.
let me just say this. Fuck, we'll talk about Hogan right now. First
Yeah,
of
might
all,
as well.
look, I understand. There's a lot of you out there who are not happy with him showing up. I know there's a lot of you out there who don't forgive him for what he said. And I understand. I completely understand if you are in that position. You're well within your right. Let me just be clear on that. But I ain't gonna hold you. When I see this guy on my television, do I get offended? Do I get my panties in a bunch? No. Because I am aware this is he's the reason pro wrestling was put on the map.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Say what you want about it. You can't erase that guy. You can't erase you. And again, that's the problem. A lot of these new age fans who never watched them, who call themselves wrestling historians and shit, who refuse to watch his matches, right? They want to erase him, but they can't. Look, I'll admit to you, was it a smart move to trot him out there? No. In LA, of all places, no. Considering the fact that, yeah, he endorsed, Trump, considering the fact that, but again, at the same time, bro, look, he's not the only celebrity who endorsed Trump. Let's just keep it a buck.
That's not the problem. Because look, Taker, we all know his political beliefs. Do you see people booing him? No,
bro, he got a pop. Granted,
no one's gonna boo Taker.
But to be fair, it wasn't cool that some people were kind of upset. Oh, he grandstanded Rhea Ripley.
No, because then after that he gave the props. I thought at first he was gonna do that, but no. After that, he gave the props and all that. Kind of almost like how do I say it? A sign of like acceptance. Like, yeah, you are a superstar. Rhea.
You are
endearment. There we go.
Like you got my approval. Like
so that I was totally fine with that. The reason why they boo Hogan is because of those racist remarks he made in the past.
Yeah, and I get, and look, that's never gonna go away.
Right. Hogan, and he's not apologetic. That's the problem too.
But you gotta understand something too, bro. Let's do a little research real quick, okay?
Research of what? Either way, look, if they want to put Hogan there, that's fine, but they gotta expect the backlash.
We're talking about a 71-year-old man. You think at his age, bro, he's gonna be fucking apologetic? Where homie made his money. Look, homie,
I get that.
when you think about it, bro, homeboy made his money. He's literally put wrestling on the map. Whether people don't want to admit that or not, he is the reason why WWE is in the place that it's in today.
Of course. He can't be erased from history. I get all that. But you gotta expect the backlash. That's
Yeah,
all
of
I'm
course,
saying. Come on.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think people need to also understand, bro. His beer, real American beer,
Yeah.
is a sponsor now of WWE. It's one of the sponsors that you see
Right.
on the mat. And look, to be honest with you too, seeing the mat with all those logos does not bother me. If you've watched boxing, if you've watched MMA, you're already used to seeing it. Hell, if for all you New Japan, loyalists out there, those of you who watch Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty, how many logos were on the blue canvas?
Or this is the era we live in, even not just wrestling and sports too. I mean, MMA in a way paved the way, I guess, with all their advertising. But yeah, like
Brock
and
Lesnar
if
was
it's
ahead of his time, bro.
right, and if it's nice, right, with the shorts, Jimmy John's, the black mat actually was it
Suited.
blended in well. So like I don't really notice the ads as much with the black mat. With New Japan and UFC, they have more brighter colored mats, so you see those ads. Like you can't miss them. This, I guess you could see them, but it wasn't as flashy, so it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, but look, I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh boy,
This is not my Hulk Hogan. Like, homie, homie. It's time to start rocking the long sleeve,
it's
brother.
over. He does look a lot older.
He looks older. Look, he looks
lost
older.
his arms.
He lost his arms. Look, he barely ripped the shirt. Barely ripped the shirt. I feel bad for Jimmy Hart, even though
that was so awkward.
even though, you know what, he misspelled my name at Access back in 2013. I still hold that against him. I will never forget. Even though he asked me, is it VE or PVE? Okay, he still wrote PH.
Okay, maybe he has some dyslexic.
But I don't look, bro. I feel bad for him, dude. I feel bad for him.
It was awkward.
Bro. He did nothing. Like Jimmy Hart did nothing wrong.
He got booed by association.
Yeah, like
that's
bro,
that's what.
But it didn't help too that he walked out there with the American flag. Again, it's America.
No, but that's the gimmick. That was the gimmick, though. That's not like he.
It's like, bro, they played the music and then.
At first, they were kind of like, yeah, you heard some cheers and then the boos drowned it out. It's like, oh, fuck.
I don't get it. It hasn't. I don't get it. It hasn't Hogan showed WTV since the controversy.
I think he has.
Like
he has multiple times already.
To my understanding, he did like have a conversation with the roster after what happened, but a lot of the roster didn't. Like, some of them forgave him, some of them haven't. Like,
and the roster changed now.
Yeah, it's changed now. It's a changed roster. That's just what it is. Yeah. But be that as it may, look, at the end of the day, the reason why Hogan was there, like I mentioned before, he's promoting his beer, right? Also factoring in, again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. They're trying to bring in all these casual viewers as a first impression. So let's bring out Hulk Hogan,
that's a guy that that people talk about, good or bad.
Exactly. Absolutely. Now I'm looking at Cage Match, bro. You know what rating they gave the show, dude?
A 7?
A 5.21 out of 10.
So oh, no. It's the high expectations that made that rating go down a bit.
Do you want to guess which match had the lowest rating?
Rhea Ripley against Liv Morgan?
No, that's actually the third lowest rating.
What the fuck? What,
Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre had a 4.0. The second lowest rating was this. Well, to be fair, the first lowest one was 4.0, right? They got a 4.0. The second lowest rating is Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, got a 5.77.
What? That was a good travel combat match. I don't know.
And the
third,
like
the overbooking.
And then it was the women's world title match.
Nah, that was the worst one. That was the worst match of the
And
night.
that
I'm
and
sorry.
then obviously Rollins and Punk got a 7.28. So by default, they're the best. They're the best match of the night for them, basically.
I think for everyone.
Speaks, I think, for everyone. Look, I thought overall the show, like I mentioned before, I enjoyed it for the most part. I kind of knew what I was walking into. Um, do we know what's the plan for WrestleMania still? No, kind of not. We do know one thing though. When it's all, we do know one thing. If you had any thought that The Rock was going to wrestle at WrestleMania, yeah, it's looking very dicey right now. It's looking
Very slim.
very, very slim right now. Better hope to a prayer,
Unless
but
this is a swerve or something.
I
It's
want to believe it's a swerve. I know people are not happy with Dwayne
yeah.
either. People were not happy with Dwayne. He shows up and
No happy.
he cuts his promo. Like, again, we're getting
Yeah.
final boss theme. So like he's still dressed as the final boss, right? Puts on the Versace vest, right? He's rocking the little gray hairs now. So he's, father time is sort of catching up a little bit, right? And then
Obviously, he's 50 something.
yeah, bro, he's no longer a spring chicken, but his workout regimen, dude. Oh, bro, puts us to shame. But the music
Nah,
plays and all, and then he starts endorsing Netflix, kissing up to the company, again mentioning his Netflix friends and stuff. And again, it's what do you expect?
he's a shareholder.
He's a
Come on, man.
shareholder. Yeah, I don't know why people were kind of like upset about that. And then, bro, this is the part that I found like crazy. Like, damn, bro. So that he mentions Cody Rhodes as someone who's been carrying the company on his back. You know, the same Cody Rhodes that he put his hands on a couple of months ago in Chicago in the rain outside of his bus, and he bloodied him up and he whipped him around like a wet dog. Remember that?
Rich Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers, yeah. And now there he is. They're high-fiving, they're hugging it out. You know who I feel bad for, bro? I feel bad for Gunther, bro. That's who I felt bad for. You
Why? 'Cause
mean
he
to
wasn't on?
tell me this is your debut on Netflix? And look, I get it. You try to attract the casual viewer, and I guess for them, Gunther doesn't cater to the casual viewer. But nevertheless, bro, that's your brand's champion. That is your brand.
Got a video package. Come on.
Don't fucking matter, dude. That's all the best you could do? A video package? Homie, that is your brand champion.
He didn't make the cut.
Come on, dude. What are we doing?
I also found that a little weird. Yes, because if he's gonna be the Raw champion, right? The world champion for Raw, you would want to at least have him out there, at least on the crowd, something
Yeah, dude.
like just some segment.
That's what I'm saying.
It's weird. It felt very secondary.
That shit kind of like, damn, bro. He deserves
Cody
better.
Rhodes was there.
Cody Rhodes was there. Cody Rhodes was there in a
SmackDown champ.
nice suit, ready to go. Right? You see him later backstage because then The Rock went live on Instagram. He went live on his IG. You know, he went live, and you see him sipping on some Terramana with Cody Rhodes, bro. I'm like, no, what are we doing? What is this?
Look, it's
Like, for real, but like, what in the world are we fucking doing?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
he was hugging it up with everyone, with Paul, who he pushed or whatever he did
Rhea
at the
Ripley, Drew
the press
McIntyre.
conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, hugging with the Roman. I'm like, oh my, this guy.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what is
happened?
this? Look, I want to believe. Look, I know there's some people who are going to say, let them cook. I know Paul would say, just watch. And I get that. I just feel like I don't know what's their plan for like what are we gonna do with Dwayne?
That made it seem like he's not gonna be there.
It's like basically, yeah, that's what he made it seem like, dude. It's like pretty
Like
much
he's content. He's finished his whatever he had to finish. He finished basically.
I'm not gonna be here.
That's basically what
Right,
he told.
he's done. Yeah, he's gonna be a fan now.
Which I hope. Oh, dude. Yeah, I know he's gonna be on I know he's gonna be on NXT tonight. He's gonna be on NXT.
Wow. Now he's gonna feud with Trick Williams.
I go a few with Eddie Thorpe. Put your hands on my daughter in the mud. But let's get to the show. So they opened up with a nice video introduction, right? I thought it was very nicely done, very nice put. How far we've come, right? They mentioned baby faces and heels, right? Which for some people is like, really breaking the fourth wall. I mean, they've been doing it for a while. Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Oh, come on.
They've been doing it for a long time. Not
Yeah,
just
a
them,
lot
but
of people,
even on the
a lot of
independents
fans
do
were
that shit.
pissed. A lot of Twitter bots, they didn't like that.
They didn't like it at all. There was references of I love the drawing, the little canvas that it drew a whole like painting of all the stars from yesteryear, even till today, and all that stuff. I thought that was very nicely done. They had a curtain covering the ring throughout the show, and who happens to show up? Who happens to be underneath the curtain? Triple H.
Hmm.
And you know what it gave me? It gave me Takeover Brooklyn vibes. Remember?
Yeah.
He wanted everybody to be quiet and do the introduction, right? And
All right. He probably told all the crowd, "Hey, don't tell anyone I'm here."
again, thanking Netflix and all that stuff, and the new Netflix era and shit, and as you would expect, right? As you basically would expect, right? And then obviously they showed the new canvas like we mentioned earlier. Then The Rock showed up, and like we mentioned before, full baby face, and obviously here, and he acknowledged Cody, Roman, Netflix, and he said he will be watching Roman and Solo very closely, and he hugged Cody before leaving. Remember, he is the high chief in this bitch. He is the high chief in this family.
Yeah.
So he was watching very closely. And then we got Roman and Solo Sikoa. Tribal combat. Look, was this better than the match we had in Detroit between Roman and Jay? By default, yes.
By default.
Yes, by default. But
Yeah.
I just wish there would have been more like, felt like an actual tribal combat, like, bring some elders or something, even if you got to dress up some people as islanders, I don't give a fuck, dude. Look, bro,
Basically a no holds bar match.
look. If you're able to get zombies, to guy from the PC to dress up as zombies in the fucking gauntlet, in a fucking lumberjack match in 2021, I'm pretty sure you can get some people from the PC to dress up as people from the islands. I'm just saying.
It's not a bad idea, but say that for a Mania or something.
But they did have Paul Heyman holding the Ula Fall, because on SmackDown, I don't know if you remember this or not. I don't know how many of you remember this or not. But Solo Sikoa said to Paul Heyman that he'll be the one to put the Ula Fala on the winner of Tribal Combat. And for the most part,
so
look,
he was nervous.
Yeah, he was very. And yes, there was the overbooking, right? You had the run-ins, right, from Tama Tonga, and then it was the Usos who showed up, and Sammy. It looked like Roman had this match ready to go, right? Kevin Owens shows up, and everyone's like, "No." Oh, you guys remember? Like, you got to remember, like, Kevin Owens, even though he's going after Cody Rhodes, because again, Cody aligned himself with Roman, he's still angry at Roman Reigns. The hatred's still there.
Yeah.
So he stuns him, and he gets in, and Solo gets in near fall. Until eventually, of course, Roman hits the spear multiple times, and he gets the 1, 2, 3. He beats Solo Sikoa and claims the Ula Fala that was presented to him by The Rock.
And that was it. Nothing else after that.
And my thing is, I'm just waiting. Like, all right, bro. I'm waiting for Dwayne to do something here. Like, all right, bro, give me a rock bottom, right? Give me some something, a clothesline, a low blow, right? Something, nothing. And everybody was waiting for it to. Everyone was like, all right, any time, any moment now, it's happening. Nope, not one bit. Tribal combat was nice. Hot way match wise to start the show. Yeah, the other thing too, like if they're not going last, you might as well go first. That's the thing with Roman too. Like Roman, over the years, if he's not closing the show, he's going first.
He should. I
He
mean,
should.
if he's not going to close, might as well just open.
So what's
Oh,
next for
man.
Solo? And I think Friday they turn on Solo Sikoa. Remember, Solo
That's what I
Sikoa said a long time ago, should the day ever come that Roman gets the Ula Fala back, Roman Reigns will be the tribal, and Solo will acknowledge Roman as the tribal chief. And funny enough, they are doing the acknowledgement ceremony on Raw, I believe January 29th, I think it is. Or 27th. 27th.
Atlanta,
27th,
Georgia.
in Atlanta. So we're gonna see what happens. I think there might be some more to the story as we get close. So we'll see how that goes. But anything you want to add to this, Walter?
Yeah, I thought tribal combat was good for the most part. I don't know. I guess some people thought otherwise. Maybe they don't like the overbooking. Thought it played out well. Obviously Roman was gonna win. Come on, it's a Netflix show. Now this could have been the Mania match, from what it seemed.
Oh, of
But
course.
I'm kind of glad it was not. So I mean, not bad. I mean, at the end of the day, what's gonna happen with Solo? Yeah, you're probably gonna have Jacob Fatu saying, "I hate you, Solo," something like that.
Pretty much. We then got another vignette, and this time it read the following: Penta.
Passe. This is
And
Penta.
Penta, yeah. You know what's crazy? Now I ain't gonna lie to you. I was expecting him to debut last night. I had that feeling. From my understanding, are you gonna show up? But we'll get into that in a little bit. Here. But the vignette basically confirmed that Penta El Cerro M is coming to WWE. He's on his way. We then get John Cena in the ring to kick off the retirement tour, basically. And he's talking about being in Los Angeles, his history there, how he started off as a bodybuilder, being a prototype, how he was trained in Los Angeles to be a wrestler, right? How he won his first world title at WrestleMania 21 as JBL for the WWE Championship, right? And how it all started for him and all that stuff, and how again this is a whole year retirement, right? This is a retirement tour, right? The last time we'll see him in LA, right? And the thing is too, is like he talks about the fans wanting him to win another world championship. He went on to say that it's not going to happen because he's on a losing streak and that he would need a miracle for that to happen. No, we're not talking about Mike Cannell. We're not talking about Mike Bennett. Not that miracle. Remember, he used to be called the Miracle at one point in TNA. For those of you who might have forgotten. But then he talks about what if he wins the Royal Rumble. All of this just for him to announce that he is officially entering the Royal Rumble. He's declaring himself for the Royal Rumble in February.
This guy makes it seem like he's never won this damn match before.
I just think, look, man, you could do that if you want. I mean, the idea of here's the thing, though. It's gonna look so easy as shit, though. You want this to be challenging for him. Like, you're gonna have him to beat Gunther? He's beating Gunther at WrestleMania?
He's facing Cody. He's not gonna win though.
Probably
he's not gonna win the Rumble either. I think, yeah, that was a great promo from him. But yeah, like you said, I think you got to make it a little challenging. He's promoted for Elimination Chamber. I'm assuming he's gonna be in that chamber. He's probably gonna be the final two. He'll be the either final three or final four, something like that. Cena will be out, and then he has to compete in the chamber. Probably gonna happen.
Could very well be, but we'll see. But look, man, it makes you want.
He's a favorite, though.
He's a favorite. He went from plus something to now minus 190 on Bet Online, basically. But again, I'm just happy to see him back, even if it's the last time. Again, this is part of his retirement tour. People even suggested, hey, what if he goes heel? I don't think it's gonna happen because you want to cheer for this guy. You don't want to boo him.
Yeah, you gotta sell merch. You should unheal years ago, like decades ago.
Exactly.
It's too late now.
Exactly. You know what's crazy too? I was expecting Logan Paul to show up here.
I mean, he was in the crowd.
He was in the crowd sitting in the front row, just sitting there watching Cena just talk and talk. And I'm like, all right. Any minute, I'm gonna hear, hey
That's what I
yo.
thought too. I really
Nope.
did, and I still think that feud's gonna happen. Hopefully not Mania, but
Maybe
definitely gonna
SummerSlam.
face each other.
Or maybe at the Saudi Arabia show or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
maybe
But
it's Saudi.
they also played a vignette for the Royal Rumble happening next year in Saudi Arabia. So there's that also. There's that. So cry loud, kids. Cry loud.
Oh,
We
come
had
on.
we had Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan 1-on-1 for the Women's World Championship. Walter, what were your thoughts on the match?
That women's championship, not it. I mean, Liv Morgan, she definitely redeemed herself this year. You know, arguably you could say, as Michael Cole keeps saying, superstar of the year, whatever. If that floats your boat, go ahead. Um, but her time had to come to an end. This was it. I mean, I was tired of this. Let's be honest. The only reason I know Roman's gonna hate me saying all this, but the only reason this was like she was relevant was because of the whole Rhea feud going on. You know, that's really
Well,
why.
let's be honest.
I mean,
Rhea got hurt. Remember, Rhea got hurt.
yeah, and it's her. I mean, credit to Liv for taking full advantage. She she did what she had to do. Like she exceeded expectations with this whole title reign to me in terms of still keeping it relevant for this long.
Oh, of
So,
course.
but
Absolutely.
it had to end. Match wasn't really the best for me, but Rhea wins. What next though? What's next? Because when she had the belt last time, she barely did anything with it. So they gotta figure that out.
Oh, for sure. For sure. They got to figure that
And I
out.
don't know if I want to see her and Becky again. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's funny you
Guess
mentioned
we'll
that
see.
because supposedly Becky Lynch was supposed to show up on the show and she got nicked. They like, yeah,
Taker said, "Fuck that.
Taker's like, nah, we're good, mama. I'm
I'm
showing.
I'll show up here."
But yeah, look, there's also involvement here with Dominic Mysterio, right? There was a chair
Yeah,
involved too. There was the oblivion that Liv hit on Rhea on the chair, got a near fall out of it, and eventually Rhea hit the riptide for the 1-2-3, and she is the new women's champion. And then after this, Dominic Mysterio goes to like hug Rhea just to get low blowed and get his
yeah.
comeuppance too.
That's basically the end of that feud.
It is. It's the end. I
Yeah.
think it's time to move on. And but I do think, honestly, they might run it back with Liv. Not bad. They might run it back with Rhea
Well,
and Becky Lynch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They might run it back. Which, what else are you gonna do?
that could be nice for the Rumble. I don't think I want to see that
I
Mania
mean,
again, but
who do you have?
you could
Would you
do
do
EO.
Io Sky? Is probably another option. Io Sky. You could probably do. Yeah, I would do Io Sky.
I think
Honestly,
EO is the only viable one that I could think of off the top of my head, but we'll see. Knowing them, they're probably Becky. Do
for
a
sure.
rematch.
Uh, Adam Pearce talking to Bailey backstage, right? Because Bailey was backstage. Again, a lot of the roster from SmackDown NXT were partying, right? So Bailey was
Catering
there.
team.
And basically Chad Gable interrupts, right? Gable says he wants to prove he doesn't have a problem with luchadors. And he asked for a one-on-one match with a luchador next week. And then Adam Pearce basically obliges. And so it's happening next week. It will be Chad Gable versus a mystery luchador.
A mystery
You know
luchador.
what's funny though? Like I saw someone online getting so upset, so bent. And now look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought too that Penta was gonna debut last night. But I do think again, because of the timing of everything that went down, they had to cut a lot of things from the show. This was probably one of them. And I'm fine with it. Because at the end of the day, look, Raw next week is in San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like, a big, Spanish community out there. You're gonna get a big reaction.
Big
So
pop.
big pop out there. So I'm fine with it. at the end of the day, I'm not getting bent out of shape. I'm not gonna disrespect Chad Gable and call him some random mid Carter and shit. But still, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it should be a fun match, and not for nothing too. Chad Gable is gonna get a good match. Is gonna have a good match with Penta when it happens. Chad Gable has
Course,
proven
listen,
him. He's proven himself, and it's all said and done. So,
I'm sure he's excited about this match.
of course. From there, we did get Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Jey Uso walked out there. He walked out with Travis Scott. And yes, Travis Scott was smoking the blunt.
Of course, very non-PG, but
Nathan writes here.
yeah.
Nathan Johnny Lynch. That was Dwayne Johnson, not The Rock in the promo Raw on Netflix. I know he's feuding with Cody Rhodes in WWE storyline, but it's important to remember they're real life friends. I'm okay.
That's the storyline they're telling. I guess, huh?
I
Dwayne
guess,
Johnson.
yeah,
That
man.
was Dwayne.
That was
It was the
Dwayne,
final
man.
boss.
That was Dwayne, man. That was Dwayne. I guess we can also say this was Terry Bollea last night, huh?
Come on.
I guess Undertaker was Mark Calloway in his motorcycle. He was
I
Mark
mean,
Calloway.
American Badass.
Yeah, man. It's important to remember, man. Rhea Ripley and Mark Calloway are friends. You know, just like just like Terry Bollea with the crowd with Los Angeles, the city of angels. But remember, he won a title in Los Angeles. Remember, he beat Sergeant Slaughter. He fought for America in Los Angeles. Shame on you guys. I'm kidding. I'm joking. All love. Where were we? Holy shit. Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. I guess the only highlight for me from this match, the only highlight was Jey Uso walking out with Travis, Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on the table, both eating.
They were eating. They were eating all over themselves.
Eating all over, yes. And again, bro, he was gonna have that entrance because they're in the building, because they were in the Intuit Dome.
Into it.
The Intuit Dome, yeah. So you want, again, all those lights, right? It was gonna make it's gonna be lit. His entrance. And it was.
It was guys, yeah.
You know,
Travis didn't perform, but he was there as like a
hype
celebrity
man.
friend.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Lil Wayne was at
Smoking his blunt.
WrestleMania.
Basically, same purpose, except Travis was smoking.
Yeah. So we got the match. Overall, look, I was expecting better from these two.
Oh, wow.
Weren't you either? Didn't you say earlier, like, yeah, this match kind of like, was a letdown a little bit?
No, it was a letdown. Yes, it was almost as bad as the women's match. Yes.
But Jey Uso gets the win, and my thing is like, so what do we do with Drew here? I know Drew just talked. He's going to SmackDown.
Well, he's gonna get hyped up. He's gonna beat up.
Cody Rhodes. It
Wait,
looks like.
I'm so confused. So, who's going to Raw? Sammy and Jimmy and Jay, they're all in the same brand. I don't know what's going
So
on.
well, you gotta remember they're doing this like transfer thing for the time being because it's a new year.
I
So a
think they
lot
said
of
Sammy was gonna be on SmackDown.
that's what I thought too. And
So then, if Drew's gonna be on SmackDown, then
someone's coming
there
to
you go.
Raw,
They keep their feud coming. Yeah.
most likely.
I don't know. It's Rumble season, so no one's really going to be paying attention to one-on-one feuds like that.
Cena in the Rumble is going to be fun. What entry will he be? How long will he last?
He should be number one, honestly.
Honestly, no. He should be number 7. No,
Either way, he should have an early entrance.
Number 17.
Oh,
Come on, bro. What are you kidding, bro? You think at his age, him trying to keep up? Come on.
I could just sleep most of the match.
Never that. That being said, well, yes, Jey Uso got the win, right? And I mentioned earlier, they played the Gunther vignette, which I'm like, the disrespect. Another thing that pissed me off too. Where's Braun Breaker? Where was Braun Breaker on this show?
He was the crowd.
We couldn't get like my thing is, and I agree with SP3 here. At least showcase someone for the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The problem is this show was not for the future. It was for the people that are trying to get to know the top stars. Braun Breaker will be a top star one day. But right now, this is for the people that are in the now. It would have been nice to see the future. I guess the best we could do is the crowd.
I guess so. I guess. But after this, we got Kathy Kelly interviewing Gabriel Iglesias. The New Day interrupt.
That's the
And it's
future, right?
mad because they haven't talked. They haven't had time to talk about their recent actions, right? And again, they're just making fun of the New Day and all that stuff. And yeah, pretty much. I'd rather. Safet, what's going on, Safet? I'd rather no hype. Rhea
Not
versus
hype.
Becky again at WrestleMania 41.
I agree. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Made me yawn just now.
What's next for Rhea? What's in store for the Judgment Day going forward?
The
I
Judgment Day.
think Finn Balor is on a quest to, he's in it for himself, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, after next week, Judgment Day is done.
Yeah, it's gonna be a street fight next week. It's gonna be Damian Priest and Finn Balor in the street fight. Also, next week is the finals of the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. Who would have thought, right? This would have been the finals? Who would have
Why
thought?
Lyra looks so depressed?
Yo, for real, dude. Like, what is this?
Well,
Like, you guys couldn't get a better render? Holy shit, dude.
she's like, "Fuck, I'm not winning this."
Honestly, who would you have win? Who would you have win next week?
I don't know. Both women don't get good reactions, so I'm surprised they even made the finals. Well, let me stop. But that's
Hold up.
tough. I don't know who I have. I mean, they got no pop when they got showcased. LA didn't know who Lyra was. I'm gonna go. I'll go with Lyra, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Dakota Kai has been there longer, and she got that underdog storyline too. But I feel like Triple H likes Lyra better, so I'm gonna go with Lyra.
Yes. Hold up.
What?
They're saying like we're not getting ads in the video, like on the stream. So I'll tell you guys what, check it now. Do me a favor, refresh it now and let me know. But I'm
They're talking
probably
about
gonna
the stream, or they talking about
like
Netflix?
right now, like maybe talk about.
Oh,
Hold on, you're talking about Netflix or you're talking
that's
about
what I'm
other stream?
confused. Because remember, the international people didn't get it.
Yeah, so we guys, let me know in the chat. You talking about us, the stream, or talk
Yeah,
about Raw? I just want to be clear on something here because that's like
so that was a big topic too, but no ads on Netflix. Yeah, there you go. See, we're talking about Netflix.
in the mud, huh? In the mud. It's okay, guys.
I
We
don't
should.
know. I mean, I got ads for sure, and I have a no ad plan, so I don't know how I was
Bro.
getting ads, but it happened.
We got.
Ah,
Just making
Hey,
sure.
though, boy. What that type shit was
Man, it
that?
was an ad. It was a Timu ad.
Yeah, Temu.
But look, I think at the it's possibly too. Like, next year would be the Judgment Day with the White Six. Could very well be. But honestly, you know what? I would unite. You know what? I would team up Karrion Kross and Finn Balor, bro. Why not? Why not?
Well, at least Karrion Kross is getting TV time now.
Yeah. I'm hoping for Liv to go after the women's title. Honestly, want me to pick a winner out of this? I'll say Lyra Valkyria. Now,
Yeah.
I say Lyra, and you know you could do a WrestleMania, bro? Lyra versus Becky at WrestleMania. The Battle of Ireland. The Battle of Ireland.
He ain't going for no women's intercontinental.
Do you want to go for the big title again? I'm just saying.
No, I don't. But you think
Chat, let me know.
Becky
Chat, let me know, chat. Would y'all be down with Lyra Valkyria versus Becky for the IC title at WrestleMania? If you are, press 1. If you're not, press 2.
I don't even think she's gonna get that belt defended at Mania.
You never know, bro. We've seen some weird shit in our day.
We'll see.
So after this,
Becky decides to go for that. Okay.
Like we mentioned moments ago, we saw Hulk Hogan, right, show up and
no.
not my Hulk. Sorry, Terry. Sorry.
American beer.
Shitty ass beer. I'm not a beer drinker. I won't even cook with. I
Yeah, you don't even know what kind. You can't judge the beer. You
I'm
can
not look,
drink it.
bro. I don't drink beer, dude. I'm more of a cocktail person.
I
to be
know,
honest.
but you can't be like shitty ass beer. You never even drank his
It,
beer
it, it,
here.
I just feel like it's gonna just fuck up my stomach. It's gonna just get that like, ugh. That's why honestly, I cook with my beer. I cook with it.
Anywho,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Anywho,
Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. We're not done yet. We then got obviously the main event. Oh, by the way, we didn't mention this. Obviously, Taker. We talked about that earlier. Taker endorsing Rhea
I
Ripley.
talk about Taker. Come on.
And then we got the main event: Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. This match, Walter, made the list.
Yes, you did put it on the list. We'll see how long it'll last, but yes, it made the list.
You can't tell me. You can tell in Hogan's face the booze bothered him. Do you think so, bro? Like, do you think? Look again,
Yeah,
bro.
like he was getting,
You gotta
he
understand
got
too, bro.
startled a little bit.
He probably
Yeah.
did, but you gotta keep in mind. I think at his age, bro, like he gives, Let me tell you what Hulk Hogan thinks, bro. Let me tell you what Hulk Hogan really thinks about the booze and all that shit, bro. At his age, at this stage of the game, bro.
Let me repeat for the fucking billionth time. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
Don't give a fuck.
But the main event was amazing for what they did. Well, again, you were anticipating this match. It was personal, right? Two guys that, again, there's a lot of animosity. That's the one thing I loved about this feud. There's animosity between Seth Rollins towards CM Punk and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
You could say who was the best wrestler, right? In 2011, 2012, in CM Punk versus the guy in the eyes of a lot of people, as far as in-ring, right? In-ring work rate, the guy who is now in Seth Rollins. Would you agree with that? Would you think that's fair? Like, now I'm not saying
I'll
this
accept
is
that.
that's fine, fair enough.
I'll accept.
And you knew again most of the time. Like, let's be real about it, right? This is the match we were supposed to get at WrestleMania 40 last year, and it didn't happen.
Yep.
We got it now, and damn, bro, these two guys had their working boots on.
Right.
I love how Punk,
Very interesting choice to have it now too.
And Punk literally wore his brawl-in jacket. He wore that
troll.
because he knows what's up. Like, bro, he knows what's up. Let's just keep it a buck, yo. Punk knows what's up. You think?
Yeah,
Punk, I think I think this is Punk trying to rub it in. Like, look, all you guys thought I wouldn't, that'll be it for me. A lot of y'all were talking all that shit online. Now look at me now. I'm headlining fucking Netflix while you fuckers can barely get a milli. Right. And
it makes sense because with like the feud that he has with Rollins is very similar to Jack Perry, except obviously him and Rollins is more planned out. Jack Perry did his own shit, so
Punk versus Raw were being stiff with each other. You would have thought Raw was New Japan.
Yes, they were wrestling like they actually hated each other.
And that's the thing too. Like, you can just tell, like, bro, they have this trust with each other. Like, yo, hit me for real, bro. Tag me for real. We got to make this shit feel like it's legit. I wouldn't be surprised if they were shooting at each other, or not be surprised, dude, at certain points in the match. My only critique was I wish there was color in this match.
At the end, there was. I mean,
a little bit, yeah, wrong, but still, like, I do like the callback though. At the end, I'm sure you saw the clip, right? I'm sure all of you guys saw the clip, right? Punk hit the GTS and Rollins stumbles and lands right back on top of CM Punk. No Diddy.
Yeah.
In the fireman's carry for the GTS, the same way Punk had John Moxley at All Out 2022. In the same sequence, everything. So basically, he beat both members of the Shield the same way.
Now he's got one more.
One more to go. One more.
That ain't happening to Roman.
And you know what, dude? Look, I know they're gonna run it back.
Of course, they have to run it back.
They're gonna run the shit back. they're gonna run
Like
it
this was
back.
supposed to be for Mania, but
It's supposed to,
clearly they
yeah.
wanted to make this
Netflix,
show a
yeah.
big deal, the Netflix debut show a big deal, and I think it worked out.
Did Punk look gassy, y'all? Like he looked tired than usual. I heard people say that. I mean, honest, I just think again the match was so intense. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
didn't fully
mean?
notice, but I wouldn't be surprised he's older.
Weston, I love this Raw.
Love
That's
this
cool.
Raw.
He loved that's cool. Again, there's people who thought the show was great. There's some people again
Yeah.
who were critical, and that's fine. At the end of the day, I'm all for a trilogy between both. Yes, you know what I think you should do, bro. Look, I think Punk should go for the world heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble. Him and Gunther. Makes sense because he did call him out after, right? He did mention Cody. He did mention
No, he says he's going to the Rumble match though.
But still, I think honestly, at this we should just skip the Rumble match. Also, he dedicated the match to Chris Bay, which I thought was pretty cool as well. Yeah, I don't know if you knew, but
That
Chris
was on
Bay,
YouTube, right? That was after. That was the
like
post
on the
show. So,
the post. But I thought that was very good, like a good homage. Like, yeah, you're dedicating
yeah.
this, so that was pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, Chris Bay did suffer an injury like a while back, and he's still recovering and stuff like that. So he's one of the good ones. He is one of the good ones. Hulk Hogan got booed because what he did to Taker and other wrestlers. So outside of that, look, the way I see this is, and guys, let me know if y'all agree with this or not. I would do, honestly, because we're gonna get this back at WrestleMania. And honestly, I would love for them to end their feud at Survivor Series. Where it all, think about it, Punk came back at Survivor Series, right? That's where Rollins got mad as fuck.
You
Right?
think Punk and Rollins are gonna drag all the way to Survivor Series?
Okay, SummerSlam.
What?
SummerSlam.
Bro,
Why not?
that's a long time.
But they can
I
make it
mean,
work, though. They can make it work.
let's see.
Look, you have Punk versus Gunther at the Royal Rumble, the World Heavyweight title. Punk, my bad. Rollins now is at a point where he's angry, right? He might do some heelish shit. He's gonna have to be the heel.
He is
have
gonna
to
be
be.
heel.
He has to be the
Yeah.
heel. So he cost Punk the title at the Royal Rumble. Rollins in the Royal Rumble match, and Punk, what do you know, costs Rollins the Rumble match. Gets him, throws him over the top rope, whatever the fuck it may be. And then we're off to the races. Match number 2. Hell, you can do a trilogy ending at WrestleMania if you want to also. I would do a second match on Saturday night's main event.
And Rollins gets his win back.
No, Punk gets the win back. Punk wins again.
Punk wins again?
Because again, the idea is, yo, Rollins can't beat this guy. No matter what he does, he just can't beat him.
I just think you could either go that route or Rollins wins the second match. Not clean though. He does some low blow, dirty tactic. Yeah.
That too. Or hits him with the beat him with the buckshot lariat or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Sounds like a trilogy. Triple H said the presser that this should start their feud. Yeah, I agree. Bro, they're cooking right now in some aspects. So I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing how they go about it. Penta versus Gable should be fire. I agree. But overall, look, man, I get it for a lot of you if Raw wasn't for you. For a lot of y'all. I enjoyed Raw for the most part. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did enjoy Raw for the most part. Because I kind of knew what I was walking into as we got closer to the show. That being said, you remember what we said earlier? They're trying to attract the casual viewer. First impression.
Yeah. That was the goal of the show. Basically attract, people like the
cat.
person next to me.
Yes.
Didn't work because, Hogan don't attract casual people.
No. Hulk Hogan does not attract everybody, basically. Everybody. And it's fine. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said before, this is going to be a t-shirt one day. I swear to God, bro. This has to be a t-shirt.
Netflix's which one?
This has to be a t-shirt one day. Crowd booing.
Oh, that. Crowd booing.
Real American boo. It has to be a t-shirt, basically. Seth versus Punk with a solid TV main event. Easily could have been a pay-per-view. Look, this first match is on my list. So for those of you who don't know, I am doing a list of the best matches of 2025. So far, there's 3 matches. 3 matches so far. At the end of the year, my plan is to do a top 15 best matches or top 10. And then the rest, some of them will be honorable mentions and shit. So there's that. I'm gonna be consistent with this. I'm gonna try my
We'll
best.
see.
A lot of people saying by the time we get to March, it's gonna be over. But we'll see. We'll give it a
probably.
go. We'll give it a go.
By WrestleMania, it's over.
Nah, don't say that. Like right now, I have in there. I do have again Kenny versus Gabe Kidd. I have in there Konosuke Takeshita versus Tomohiro versus
Shingo.
Shingo Takagi. And then obviously I have Punk versus Rollins in there as well. And another, you know what could be possibly honorable mention? Tribal Combat. Honorable mention.
Dang,
Down the
won't
road.
stay there that long. We'll
Down
see.
the road. We'll see. But overall, look, man, if I'm giving this a grade, I'm gonna give it a C.
Yeah, I'm with you. 7 out of 10. Generous 7, probably. I mean, like I said, for the most part, I also enjoyed it. Like, I feel like it was a good watch, but it wasn't. I don't know if it fully lived up to the hype, and I feel like it didn't really like I get it. I'm all for nostalgia, but yeah, maybe you have to mix in some of your current wrestlers and like see where the next feuds are going. Because we came out of this and you don't know what's happening next.
Tony
So
Khan
that is
made-
it's a little issue.
Tony Khan made the wrong choice placing his bets on counterfeit bucks instead of one bill Phil.
One Bill Phil.
Oh, look at this. Oh, thank you very much. It's been a while we've seen one of these. It's been a while we've seen one of these, Walter. Let me tell you, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Tony Khan made the wrong. Thank you for the $5 Canadian super chat, Shadow. Tony Khan made the wrong choice placing his bets on counterfeit bucks instead of one bill Phil. Absolutely. You are absolutely right. Good show. That should have been a great show. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree with that 100% too. But that's going to be it for us, guys. Much love to all of you. We love all of you guys out there. In case you guys have missed it, myself, Walter, Romeo was on too. We did a live episode of Steve's Kitchen yesterday where we talked about everything that went down at Wrestle Kingdom, Wrestle Dynasty, Gabe Kidd having the performance of his career. A star was born. His stock rose coming out of Wrestle Dynasty, even in defeat. Talked about Mercedes Moné becoming the belt collector. We talked about Shota Umino shitting the bed in the Tokyo Dome. And obviously, the guy to watch as well, Konosuke Takeshita. I literally left both shows becoming, believe it or not, Walter, a big fan of Konosuke Takeshita.
Oh, it's one of the superstars of the years, most likely.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously, of course, Kenny Omega having that amazing performance coming out of diverticulitis and all that stuff. And of course, Tiffany Stratton cashing in her money in the bank to become the new women's champion, basically, as well as stuff. So much love to all of you. You guys can follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network. Follow us there. If you want to become a channel member, you get all these perks only for $2.99 a month. Hit the join button. You get all these perks. If you have 2K24, soon 2K25, you get to be part of the ATP gaming roster. You get priority reply to comments, priority reply, like Brandon Brown and Heel and so many others. And you get to join us for our throwback watch, which we'll be doing later on this month. We'll be doing another throwback. We got to talk with the gang to talk about which one we're going to do. And from time to time, we'll do a special members only stream as well. So all these perks, hit the join button, join, be very appreciated. And now, if you're on a mobile device, you don't see the join button, there's a link down below in the description box on YouTube, or can direct you to it as well. Follow me on X at Heel Steven. Walty, let them know where can they check you out and all that fun
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, Walter.
And with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for us. Much love to all of you. This has been the first Raw Rundown of 2024. We'll be back this Thursday with something about Dynamite. And who knows, maybe an ATP gaming. We'll see. But that being said, for myself, for Walter, for the gang, this has been the Raw Rundown here on the Around the Point Network. Good night, everybody.
We should win awards for this show tonight. We'll never win a fucking award for this show ever, but we should win an award for this show tonight.